Welcome back to another episode of Caffeinated CX, where we talk about CX and stuff all in a hyper-caffeinated state. I'm David, your host. Let's get started. All right. First of all, coffee. Me, personally, am of the opinion that everybody, no matter where your career ultimately ends up, that everyone should spend at least 1 year in a customer-facing position, whether that's retail or call center or food service or, well, anything that's customer-facing, either over the phone or in person. And maybe both would be beneficial. Now, why do I say this? Well, I say this because one, it's a hard job, and you'll gain a new respect for the people that do this day in, day out. Two, it reveals humanity at its most naked. Nobody is disrespected more than customer service providers. Nobody. If you ever want to get screamed at for things that are completely outside of your sphere of control, do a couple days of customer service. So, just from personal experience, I've been yelled at and called all sorts of names for not being able to provide a price over the phone, or for someone being late to an appointment, or because fries were not done. Stuff like that. Just literally screamed at and called every single name in the book, including things that don't even apply to me. But still, and being asked to grin and bear it. And this will toughen your skin a lot and relatively quickly. So, yes, spend a year being customer facing, and not only will it toughen your skin, give you a respect for people when you have to call in or go into a place, but it will also teach you those necessary soft skills, those human skills that people need to survive in a society. So, yeah. You like to survive in a society, you like to interact with people, spend that year dealing with customers. Learn some empathy. Learn how to tell people's tones. Increase your emotional intelligence. All of this is nigh impossible without spending some time in customer service. Period. You want to learn how a company really is? Spend a year in their customer service department. Right? You're going to find out the good things, the bad things, what customers love, what customers hate, what the culture truly is in the company. And that's stuff that you can't get if you're not customer facing, if you don't deal with the customers directly, day in, day out. This also transfers into no matter what position you're being hired into a company for, you should spend some time on the floor. Now, that might be a retail floor, that might be a call center floor, that might be a food service floor. But you want to spend that time getting to know the customers, getting to know how the customer service department operates, right? How that meshes with everything else in the organization. Because if you don't do it, you're going to be blind. And yeah, most business hierarchies, the higher up you get, the further away you get from customers. So some of the decisions that some companies make, they're not really focused on the customer because they don't know anything about the customer other than what, like, marketing tells them what their core demographic is, stuff like that. So it goes a bit into, are you a customer service or customer experience practitioner, or are you a customer experience pontificator? If you've never spent time with the customer service department doing customer service work, you're a pontificator. You're doing theory crafting. And nothing wrong with theory crafting. There's certain things that it is good for. World of Warcraft was filled with theory crafters, right? Well, this build will do this. This build will do that. But without practicing that, without doing that, it's just theory, right? So you want to be a practitioner. And there's no better way of being a practitioner than actually practicing it and doing it. So it will open your eyes to what's actually going on in a company. So there we go. So spend that year early in your career to doing customer service, being customer facing. And then if that's not for you, then you can move into a customer affecting role, because there's only two roles at a company. There's customer facing and customer affecting. There ain't nothing else. It doesn't matter what your position is. You're going to either be customer facing or customer affecting. But you should start off your career as customer facing, just to build the skill set for when you move up, or when you move to the side, or when you build your own thing, whatever that may be. And you may find that doing the customer service, maybe that's your calling. Maybe that's your career. Maybe you can take that and build something out of it. Maybe a podcast. Maybe that might be cool. But anyway, you want to be that customer facing person for at least 1 year, or if you're coming into a new company, spend a few days, maybe even a few weeks, in the customer service, customer facing area of the business, just to see how everything ticks, and build up those skills, build up that skin, because you're going to get yelled at, and that's okay. Being yelled at is fine. It's okay. Nothing wrong with it. But that's it. That's today's Caffeinated CX. And hopefully it makes you think. Maybe it'll cause you to talk to a customer. Find out what's really going on. Anyway, this has been Caffeinated CX. Bye.